Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Eight of Swords. So with the Eight of Swords in this deck, the swords are focused around the person's throat. And so this usually feels like we're feeling like we want to say something, but we're not expressing ourselves. So it's like if we weren't feeling that way, it can be like, I want to say this, but like now I'm overthinking, so I'm not going to say this. Or I feel like I'm not going to be heard anyway, so I'm not going to say something. Like I see this as being like a big connection with the throat chakra and with like anxiety that's associated with that. Which also makes sense too, because when we have a blocked throat chakra or a blockage within our throat chakra, that buildup of energy can be connected with anxiety that we feel. But I'm also seeing Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck, so it looks like you feeling this way, that you're going to be moving on from that. So it may have been something where you were like, yes, I was feeling like that, and now I'm like moving to a better place now. Where maybe like things are, you would be feeling like things are getting better, or like moving in a better direction now, moving forward. Ooh, High Priestess. Yeah, this can be keeping something to yourself here, because High Priestess can be connected with things that we're not saying, things that we feel, things that we know, but things that we're not saying. Something maybe wasn't lining up. Maybe you also felt like you couldn't say something. So this can be like you're keeping something to yourself, and there's like this part of you that maybe wants to do something or wants to say something, but you feel like you need to keep it a secret, or like you want to keep something under wraps right now, can be. Let's see. Could have like also just been keeping your feelings to yourself about something as well. This can also be like intuitive anxiety as well. Like having the High Priestess here can show that like you are feeling connected, but you may be feeling like heightened in some way that's not feeling good. Because with the High Priestess, it's like that's supposed to be like you feeling reassured because you're connected with your higher self, which is meant to be like a good feeling. But having Eight of Swords here can be like, I'm feeling really anxious. So it can be something, let's just use an example that I feel like is common and relevant, right? Because we're here with a tarot reading. It can be like, I was looking for advice, but then I started watching a bunch of readings, and now I'm feeling like super, super anxious right now, or I'm feeling really worried, or like something is gonna happen. And having Four of Swords, this is about like you needing to pull back and take a break. So you may just be like overstimulated right now, and that it's gonna be like important for you to take time to sort of rest, because there may just be like too much activity going on and things not being expressed. And you could also be like just overworking yourself in some way. This feels like a lot of air energy. Needing to center and recharge in some way. It feels like getting cozy or getting comfy and like making things quiet. It's like going into a space where you feel like you can relax and soothe. Like this Four of Swords feels like that to me. Like you see how this person is just kind of like in their own zone here, and there's like it feels like the Four of Swords are like protecting this person, how it sort of seems like this person is like encircled by that. And it feels too like how the energy pulls down, like there's something about like channeling a more like serene, calm, like soothing energy that's going to help like mitigate whatever this is that's happening over here. So you getting into this like calm, centered space, it's really going to help you go through something that's feeling like particularly challenging right now. So rather than being like, I'm just gonna push my way through this is your guides being like, it's not the time to push. It's like the time to be still and center yourself and really like listen, to really tune in and to really listen. Yeah, I get the sense that you may be feeling a bit ungrounded. So this is gonna help you feel some like peace that you may not be feeling right now. I'm seeing there be some good stuff that's coming up. So 9 of Wands can be like the current challenge that we're facing. Trying to do it, it's feeling hard right now to move through this. Like, see how much effort this person is putting in, and it's like they're in the middle of this job over here trying to do something, but like you're close to being done with it, but there's still like so much effort that it took to get there, and there's still so much effort that needs to be put in. So it's that feeling of like working really hard or like trying really hard and maybe feeling like you're not getting like the exact results that you want, or that they're slower than you want. There's like that type of thing. Even though I'm seeing that you are progressing with stuff, to have the Wheel of Fortune, this means that there's going to be a shift where things are going to be like, there's going to be an alleviation, things are going to be easier, things are going to shift in a way that benefits you. But you have to also believe that too, because I'm seeing some of you, you're like in a bit of a spiral of negative thinking. And so you being in a spot where you're like, nope, the Wheel of Fortune is going to come through and it's going to help me out here. I'm seeing that be important. Because some of you could be in this spot right now where maybe you're not feeling super hopeful, and that could be getting you down. Like you may feel sort of like you're sinking, like your thoughts are getting to you, but in a way that it doesn't feel good. But yeah, I am seeing that things are going to shift, and it's going to be in a way that makes things easier than they feel right now. Yeah. Taking this time to center is going to be really important, because what I'm seeing, so we have Justice and we have 3 of Wands. So this is you figuring things out and moving through in a way that feels like there's an element of balance to this. I'm wanting to keep things on track, because it looks like there's a bit of a like needing to rein things in, because I'm seeing the Devil here, which can feel like you're caught up in something and it's not allowing you the free range of movement. It's like making something more difficult is what I'm seeing. So you approaching this in a balanced way is going to be helpful for you. It looks like something that you're in the midst of sort of like wrangling in. In order to get things to stabilize, okay. There could have been a disconnection that you were feeling. That's how things are going to be changing. So there's more than that going on, but what I'm seeing be like one of the main points here like one of the main themes of what you're experiencing is that as you're going through this, there was a disconnection that you had been feeling, but I'm seeing that that's what's going to be changing. Like that's what the Wheel of Fortune is coming through to do. It's coming through to like give you a connection that hadn't been there before, to like plug you into something that you hadn't been plugged into before. And you could have been like feeling that as well. And this is also like the thing that you actually want to be plugged into, because I am seeing the devil, so that can be like, here, plug into this instead. And it's something that like it's not gonna feel genuine to you in the way that the Ace of Cups would, but it comes through and it like tries to tempt you, but in a way where it almost tries to like trick you into doing that instead. And it's like, I promise I'll give you what I want, and it's not going to. So that's why working through this to get to the actual Ace of Cups is so important, because when we're looking for like that satisfaction emotionally and like that depth emotionally, and like the feelings that we want to have and like the experience feeling wise that we're trying to have, we could go towards the devil. And I am seeing it pop up where it's like, here, do this, and maybe it'll give you like a little bit of that, but it's not going to be like the true genuine thing that you want to be feeling. So you working through this and getting to the Ace of Cups is going to be a moment where you feel like you did all of this to get to this point, and this is the like true thing that you wanted to plug into, and then it becomes available for you too. So that's what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing in for you. So know that if there's like a carrot dangling in front of you and it just like doesn't seem right, to not go for it just because it's easier, because I'm seeing like what you actually want is like a little bit up ahead. It's like, it's really not far away at all. You're just like going through a little bit of a challenge right now. You could have also felt like blocked from what your intuition was really telling you. Having Eight of Swords and having High Priestess can be like my intuition, I think, is telling me this, but there's this part of me that's like, is that right? Like, am I really trusting that? Like, am I on point with this? And so it can feel like there's a little bit of like static on the line. So that's why I'm seeing Four of Swords is important, which is that like pulling back and getting like comfy and needing to center yourself, because I'm seeing like when you quiet your mind, it tells you that it basically like tells you how to work through this. So then you can go back and address like the last pieces of what needs to be addressed. And then that's when the Wheel of Fortune comes in. So it's like you did what you needed to do, and then the Wheel of Fortune comes through and like blesses you with this connection and is like, okay, now you can have it. But you had to get through this part first. I'm seeing Justice and I'm seeing Three of Wands here. So this is about needing to take a balanced approach to things, even when the devil is in front of you, which means that there could have been a temptation to do it a different way, but it wouldn't have reaped the results that you wanted. And so I'm seeing like once you move past that part, then I'm seeing the opportunity that you want is like right there in front of you. So this is just about trusting, because you know that your higher self, what it's telling you to do, but there could have been this part of you that's like, is it even telling me the truth for real? Or like, am I really understanding what it's saying? There was something almost where it feels like you were kind of hearing it, but you were like, I don't know if you were like having a hard time believing, or just like what exactly this is that was being experienced. Maybe also being in a position of going through something where you were struggling that was difficult could have had you being like, maybe there's no way to get out of this, or like maybe there's no way for me to like plug into what I want, something like that, where maybe you like just weren't fully believing sort of in the guidance that you were getting. But now I'm seeing you like work through this stuff and it's good. So you are going to be plugging back in. And I'm seeing Page of Wands too, so that means that you over here feeling sort of like this muddiness energetically, it gets like cleared out as you move through this, and then I'm seeing you be sort of like ready for what's available, and you want what's available too, having Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. There can be some personal shedding that you're going through as you're moving moving along within the cycle too. I was seeing the Death card and I was seeing Queen of Pentacles. So this can mean that like sometimes we have particular ways that we like to do things, and there can be some like developing new ways of doing those things, like better ways that things work for us, and like growing that's happening. I'm seeing the moon, I'm seeing Libra, I'm seeing Jupiter, and I'm seeing Capricorn here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.